It's Wednesday, time now for another Discuss vid, and we're going to do something different. This may even become its own spin-off series. We'll see how it goes. This is kind of like the pilot program, right? The pilot episode, if you will. Worst case, it's just another Discuss video. Now, what I would like to do is take some vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online that have some similarities to them, whether it's looks or form, function, and do a little comparison, 1v1. And what better way to start things off than with two cars that look very similar. The Rapid GT Classic versus the Vapid Ellie. Alright, so let's start off with the Dubachi Rapid GT Classic. It is in the Sports Classic category, and you can purchase the Rapid GT Classic at Legendary Motorsports for $885,000. The sale value of the Rapid GT Classic, if you end up having some buyer's remorse, depending on the upgrades, customization, can net you $665,000. And that number can go up or down, depending on what upgrades and customization you go with regarding the Rapid GT Classic. Now, when it comes to the design, according to GTA Wiki, the Rapid GT Classic is primarily based off of the 1972 through 89 series of the Aston Martin V8, and it also has some other similarities, including the 1968 Ford Mustang, which is why a lot of people, when this car first came out, courtesy of Smuggler's Run, assumed it was based off a Mustang. But with the way Rockstar does vehicles, is they like to pick and choose. They like to take real life vehicles and take like the body, the look, the style, the front, the back, mix and match to create their own version of vehicles. Sometimes they use more of a vehicle than others. Like, for example, the T20 looks obviously like a McLaren, right? But that's not always the case. Sometimes it's half this car, half that car. Case in point, the Vigilante. The front looks like the Tim Burton Batmobile, and the back looks like the Dark Knight Tumbler. The same can be said for the Rapid GT Classic. Even though most of the body is based off an Aston Martin V8, there's a little bit of Mustang in her as well, which is why people are going to compare the Rapid GT Classic to the Vapid Ellie. The Vapid Ellie, of course, based off of Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds, old school muscle car, is a muscle class, unlike the Rapid GT, which is in the Sports Classic. You can purchase the Vapid Ellie over at Southern San Andreas for $565,000. The sellback value, once again, depends on what upgrades or customization you put in the Ellie. You can get around roughly $467,000 back in the event that you have some buyer's remorse. Now, the design of the Ellie is primarily based off of, once again, according to GTA Wiki, the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from 1967, aka Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. There's also a little bit of 1970 Ford Mustang Grande in her, along with the Shelby Mustang GT350R from 1965, and a little bit of the 1971 Plymouth Barracuda. Once again, Rockstar taking several real-life vehicles, mixing them, matching them in order to create their own version of a vehicle in the game. Now, when it comes to customization and upgrades, with all vehicles, these cars have the same basic upgrades. You know, engine, armor, brakes, transmission, suspension, etc. But when it comes to customization, the Rapid GT has way more options when it comes to what you can put on her. You know, the front bumpers, back bumpers, as well as hood options. Way more mods for the Rapid GT Classic than for the Ellie, which has a few mod customization options, but once again, nowhere near as many as the Rapid GT Classic. So when it comes to, customization and mod options, the Rapid GT Classic has way more to choose from than the Vapid Ellie. Now, top speed, once again, goes to the Rapid GT Classic. Shout out to Crone, his channel linked below in the description section, for helping me test the Rapid GT Classic versus the Vapid Ellie. And when it came to top speed, that was pretty easy to do. We just went to LSI, where everyone else goes on the runway, and fired off a flare And when the flare hit the ground, we both hit the gas. And we switched dance partners. One time I was in the Rapid GT Classic. The other time I was in the Ellie. And in both cases, the Rapid GT Classic defeated the Ellie. So the Ellie is a lot slower in top speed compared to the Rapid GT Classic. By the way, Crone and I are not experts when it comes to getting the absolute top speed of a vehicle or the best lap time. If you want to go find out the best lap times for vehicles, check out Bruffy's channel. We're just doing the best we can. All right, so we also took the cars around a racetrack that Crone made a while back, which is good for the lap time. And since they're different classes, the Rapid GT Classic and the Sports Classic, the Ellie and the Muscle Class, we couldn't exactly race them against each other. So what we had to do is we were each in a Rapid GT Classic for one race, and then we were both in our Ellies for the other race, because I have both cars, because they're both sexy as hell, right? So when we did the Rapid GT Classic, its best lap time, according to Crone, because he's better at racing than me, what a surprise, was 33 seconds. And the total time he got for the race was 2 minutes and 55 seconds. We're not even going to go over my time. Nope. Now compare that to the speed of the Ellie in the same race. The best lap time that Crone got in the Ellie was 37 seconds, which is 4 seconds slower than what he got in the Rapid GT Classic. That was the best lap for that car once again. And the overall time of the race from start to finish for the Ellie for Crone was 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So once again, the Rapid GT Classic has the Ellie beat when it comes to lap time, along with top speed, as well as the amount of customization and mods when it comes to these vehicles. Now, some final thoughts that I have regarding the Rapid GT Classic versus the Ellie. I really wish that there was a multi-class race option in this game. I know it's something we've been asking for a very long time. The ability to take, for example, muscle cars up against sports classics, or sports classics up against sports cars, or sports cars up against supercars, because a lot of people want to see how good the Pariah does against the top-tier supercars. It would be really awesome if we had that feature in regular land races as well as stunt races. Maybe one day Rockstar will put that feature into the game. Next, of course, is the Rapid GT Classic is obviously misclassed. It should be in the muscles. Some people are going to disagree with me on this one. I just believe in my heart that the Rapid GT Classic is the victim of something that's happened to a lot of the cars in Grand Theft Auto Online: vehicle misclassification. It's something we discussed a while back. And the same can be said for the Rapid GT Classic. I think it would be better suited, not only look-wise, but performance-wise, in the muscle class as opposed to the Sports Classic. Now, as we pointed out regarding the Ellie, it definitely needed more customization, more mod options to add a lot more uniqueness to the car. It has some, but not nearly as much as the Rapid GT Classic does. Especially spoilers. It needs some spoiler options for traction, even though I believe the Ellie might have downforce, but there's also the flag issue, a new thing they've added to a lot of the new cars now, including the XXR, the Taipan, that have caused it to have issues, which makes the overall performance of the Ellie much slower than it should be. I think that this old school muscle car based off Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds should do a lot better in the muscles class than it currently does. And it should have given the Rapid GT Classic more of a run for its money instead of it being so one-sided when it came to best lap time as well as top speed. But no matter which car you prefer, the Rapid Classic or the Ellie, these are two beautiful old school cars that come with a decent price tag. Well, compared to, cars like the Taipan, the XXR, and the Tezerek, right? Now, neither one of these cars are going to win any races against the top-tier cars in their respective classes. But both the Rapid GT Classic and the Vapid Ellie make for great additions to anyone's car collection. Let me know below in the comment section, which one do you like more? Which one do you prefer? The Rapid GT Classic or the Ellie? Or do you like them both? In all honesty, I do, which is why I have them in my garage. And if you have any ideas, suggestions for a future comparison video between two vehicles, whether they're in the same class or different classes, or they have similar abilities that you would like to see in a future comparison video, feel free and leave them below in the comments section.